Well, here's something different that you don't see us do very often, or at least not on video. We got some old taters that sometimes we have baked taters for...
And sometimes we don't.
Yeah, sometimes we don't. Anyway, when they get like this, we just put them in these little pots because we really don't have a green thumb, at least speaking for myself.
Usually we plant tomato plants, but this year we did.
This year has been a little bit different. We just put some bell peppers out. But in hindsight, we don't have a green thumb. Mine is totally white and hers is too. So we should have probably put two, separated them out a little bit further, but that's okay. There's some green growing up, so somebody driving by will think that we do know what we're doing, which we do not. So we're going to plant these taters in this bucket here. It's got full of dirt, and every time I see worms and stuff, I throw them in these buckets because they're pretty good about natural fertilizer and such. So she's going to put one or two in this one, I guess one in this other one over here. They'll come out and have green leaves and stuff. So and sometimes we do get some little bitty taters that you can put in soup and stuff because of the area. You're not going to get very big.
Yeah, we get new potatoes.
Yeah, new potatoes, yeah. So she's going to plant them in there instead of throwing them away or whatever, try to make use of them. So, okay, while she's doing that, I have already moved Coffee, the 07 Silverado truck, out of the way. Here it is. This has been a couple of days later since I painted this, and I'm still trying to get used to it. I think I will like it once we get done. It's the dang taping is what I hate. As you remember, Corey came over and I fixed the power steering, and of course I had a few drips from in the pan earlier, but I think it's fixed. Knock on wood, knocking on my head. Anyway, guess I'll get back on painting this truck. Got some ideas about what I want to do, but anyway, I think at this point in the game, I'm going to paint this side next. I'm going to try to get everything somewhat uniform. And I've had some people tell me that they really like this color too. I do too. I like this color. If it was all this color, that'd be great. But remember, this truck was born this color, pretty much. So, I can't get back in here and do the blue. You see, this was, in case you're new to my channel, this was all bolted on. And so it was originally blue on light blue. But I'm going on what my wife and I seen, or what she showed me, where we seen a...
Oh, let me pause it and I'll find it.
Hang on and she'll show it to you. Okay, this is what we seen. My wife found on Instagram, yeah. So see how blue and that white kind of makes it all kind of pop. So I really like that look.
That's what inspired us.
Yeah, that's what inspired us. So that's the reason we decided to go ahead with white. And I can get white, the color white, in a spray. Yeah, in a spray can, like she just said, all day long. So that would help me a bunch. So I'm gonna wind up painting this white, and I guess up through here, wherever the light blue was at, that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to stick to what I've been doing, and I'm going to take advantage of this shade, and I guess I'll get started taping. Stupid phone. Taping. I'm trying to get it to focus. Taping up all this, which is what takes up so much of my time. Taping and putting paper up and this, that, and the other, and get started painting it. So hang in there with me and we'll see what it looks like when I get done. I guess I don't mean to bore you with all this, but some things are boring. So, and I enjoy doing this. It's just the taping. So hang in there with me and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, I've got it. I've got it kind of taped up. I'm going to use my friend well, I've used this one before, haven't I? See that bow tie? I like this real thin cardboard. I try to save it because you can get up under things and it bends pretty easily too. So, but before I get started on this, I was going to look at some of the imperfections in this bed. I'm going to try a little bit, something a little bit different. See all these imperfections? I like that. I like it a lot. The more the better. So I'm trying to kind of remember where some of these spots are. And big old scratch right there. But I don't know if it'll come through time I get done painting or not. But what I'm thinking about doing is something a little bit different. Well, I mean, different than what I've done over here. I've done this lots of times. But see how the yellow or beige, whatever you want to call it, is kind of bleeding through here? My wife said she really likes that, Mrs. PIB. That's my wife. Primered is best. She said she really likes this. And I think the truck, when I get done with it, I think it'll look pretty good. I'm either going to put boiled linseed oil or penetrol on it. I'm not sure which. I might have more boiled linseed oil than I do penetrol, and I'm going to try to make do with stuff that I have here at home. So anyway, it's going to be a while. This is a big truck and I've got a lot to do, and I'm going to wind up, as you know, in case you're new to my channel, I'm going to wind up taking this camper cover off. I've had this truck 2 or 3 weeks now. I don't know when you're seeing the video, so hang on a minute. I told my wife I needed some more painter's tape. Evidently.
I asked you, did you look in the cabinet? And you said, yeah.
I did, but I didn't look where you looked. Anyway, okay. Quit making me look bad on video. Well, anyway, the trucks and cars that I mess with, you can't mess up because they're already, all I'm doing is preserving them a little while longer. I'm trying to make it look the best I can on my budget, which is very limited. So, with all the vehicles I have, I mean, I can't afford to put a whole bunch. And I have people ask me sometimes, you know, hey, why don't you sell some of your trucks and have one really nice truck or really nice car, you know, like putting, you know, vintage heat and air on my 62 Impala, you know, stuff like that. But I just have a lot of fun doing this just to see if some of my shenanigans, I'll call it, actually work. So, and you get the benefit of not having to stand out here in the hot sun or shade. It's still hot out here. I'm sweating. And you can see if it's a success, see what I mean, or failure at the same time. So anyway, I'm going to get at, what I was getting at, I think I'm going to spray some of this brown first, this rust colored brown that I've used a bunch. Here's a friend here, the Dixie cup with a Q-tip in it that I kind of done a little doctoring up. I'm not real proud of that. It could have been better, and I'll probably make it better when I get done. Anyway, I'm going to try this approach and paint it brown underneath, and so when I scuff up the blue with my Scotch-Brite or my sanding block over there, whatever I'm using, maybe it'll bleed through. And if I don't like the rust colored look, I'll just keep sanding until I get the beige. So it's a win-win situation. So I guess I'll get back with you when I'm done. Hang on. I hope y'all don't get sick to your stomach, but this is what I've done. I got that brown rusty colored paint, and I put it on pretty thick, just so when I start sanding off, you can see some of it bleed through. And if it doesn't work out, all I got to do is paint over it again, so it's no big deal. I'm doing stuff that basically anybody can do, I'm thinking. But I'm trying to think of, this truck is a 78 model, so it's a pretty old truck, and I'm trying to think, it's probably got, in real life, you know, it's probably got some skint places here and there. And I'm trying to think, this edge is kind of like this, so I'm trying to get it to where it might look just a little bit sun-baked here and there. Of course, there's my first contestant to check out my paint job. And right here, remember I'm going to paint it Continental blue gloss. I'm going to let this dry for a few minutes anyway. I'll paint it blue and we'll see what it looks like. If it looks halfway decent in my eyes, of course my expectations are pretty low, then I might come back and do this again and put some brown here and you know, in a few places. The good thing about, like I said, about doing stuff like this with trucks like these that I have is you can't really mess up. It's just gonna make an improvement. So there you go. But I enjoy doing this kind of stuff, and if I get any overspray, it's no big deal, because if it gets up here, all I gotta do is get a little steel wool, which I already have, and just get it off. And I'm painting all this down through here anyway, so there's no big hurry about, you know, taping it up or whatever. I do have to paint around through here, and that might be a concern for me. So I'll just see how that goes. But anyway, I'm gonna let it dry, and after it dries for a few minutes, I guess I'll start painting it blue. So we'll see what happens. Hang on. Okay, this is something I've never tried before, so I thought I'd experiment on this truck and see what it looks like. Got my cardboard that I showed you I was using. Here it is. The blue. And I painted it, obviously blue, but I went ahead and got the edge of this cardboard while the paint was still sticky and made little places like it has been, you know, going through bushes or whatever. Just kind of, I can get some rust colored paint with my Q-tip and make this look like the paint is about all gone. But I just kind of, you know, pushed it up like that. It's just about dry now, or some of it is. But I just made little scratches all over, and I'm going to use that to my advantage. I want the paint to look like it's the original paint that came on the truck, but it's just, you know, tired and abused. You know, it's not perfect. So that's the look I'm going for. So I'm not into perfection. I'm into Patina Style, which, you know, it's kind of like Bob Ross in a way. If you've ever watched Bob Ross, he's unfortunately he's passed away, but he painted pictures on canvases, you know, trees and mountains and just whatever he thought about painting, and he was very good at it. But he always said there's what was it? Happy little mistakes. Oh yeah, happy little mistakes. My wife said there's not any mistakes. It's just happy little. What is that? Happy little mistakes, isn't it? Something like happy little mistakes, but I think it's something else. But maybe one of y'all can comment and tell me what you think. Anyway, I'm going to let this dry a little bit. It's still kind of tacky. And anyway, this cardboard's really come in handy always. Aha, happy little accidents. That's it. So that's what he always says, and I always enjoyed watching him paint, because it gave me inspiration that maybe I could screw something up just as good as the next guy. Oh my goodness. Anyway, this is fun to me. Maybe y'all think I'm weird, but you know, a lot of people pay a lot of money for patina paint jobs, and I'm just doing it right here in the driveway, just having a little fun. It might not look good when I get done. I mean, it might look like something that just crawled out from under a rock, but I've done a lot of my trucks this same way. Can't say I've ever done the cardboard trick, but I'm probably going to remember that. But anyway, I think even if I mess the truck up, I mean, it's already two-tone, so what the heck? I mean, it doesn't affect the way it rides and drives and the performance of it, so what have I got to lose, right? It'll look better too when I take the camper top off and do the inside of the bed and around the, where's my finger, right around the edge where the camper top is sitting. But I'm trying to get as much done as I can because they're calling for rain later today, so I'm just kind of hitting it here and miss. I lay in the bed sometimes or sit there watching TV or act like I am, but really I'm thinking about what can I do to this to make it look better. Look better. Oh my. Anyway, let me know what you think. I'll get back with you in a few minutes. Okay guys, I don't mean to bore you to death, but my wife said she liked the brown instead of the yellow poking through the blue, so I just done the same thing, and I just got done with it, and my nozzle was messed up, so it's kind of got a little bit here and there, but that's okay. So I'm going to let this dry for a while, and in the meantime, I'm going to get started on this. Feels pretty good. So I'm going to start sanding on this and see what we can make it look like. I hope I make it look, what's the word? Decent, but really, I hope it looks bad. Oh, anyway, we'll see what it turns out like. So once again, you do what you want to on your vehicles, and I'm just showing you what not to do or sometimes what to do. So you might like this when it gets turned out and all done and all that. This rust up here that I really like on the fenders, I've been thinking, I've done this once before. I might try it again, but I think it was my 1971 Chevy truck by the name of Big Turd. If you're not familiar with Big Turd, it's a 71 Chevy short bed truck. I really love that truck. Looks can be deceiving. That truck run like a champ. Is 6-cylinder, 3-speed in the floor. And man, that truck turned out awesome. I painted the whole thing, not bragging on my own stuff, but you couldn't tell when I was done with it that wasn't the original paint on it. Time we put Penetrol and all that stuff on it. But on Big Turd, you can go back on my videos, by the way, on Primer is Best, and you'll see it. It was like about a year ago. This is last part of June, 1st of July time frame, maybe right in there. Anyway, I think I might get some, and I might change my mind 2 minutes from now, but I'm thinking I might get some Vaseline or some kind of oily product like that and just cover this rust, you know, with Vaseline, so when I spray it, the paint won't stick. So this could present a problem. I'll have to tape, I guess I'll try to tape this up, and when we get done, I'll have my wife get some paint and paint in the letters here. They're kind of sunk in, you know, and she'll get some paint and paint them all up, make them look really nice, so they don't have to look perfect. I just want the truck to look like it still has some life in it, you know what I mean, that it's not all beat down, just downtrodden. Anyway, my longtime subscribers know what I'm talking about, and if you're just stumbled across this video, if you'll subscribe, you'll see how bad a mess I can make or how good it turns out. So I have plans for this truck, and I got some more trucks coming as soon as my friend GM 1038, he works all the time, poor feller, and he's a mechanic, you know, on the side, and I count on him so much. He's a good guy, and I also count on Tim Dixon at Gas Axe Chop Shop. If you get a chance, go to Facebook, Gas Axe Chop Shop, AXE is axe, and you can see some of the stuff that Tim does. It's pretty amazing stuff. He's a fabricator, master welder, all that stuff, and my friend Brian is a very good mechanic. So anyway, he's just doing little bits and pieces on, let's see, I'm Left Turn Bill is an 84 Chevy truck that's over at Brian's, GM 1038. You can see him on YouTube, and you can see the trucks I have over there, and I have a 78 GMC truck by the name of Shannon. So enough of that. There's a big shout out to them. Hey, also I want to say check out Robert's Garage on YouTube. Chevy Land TV on YouTube, Hot Rod Relocation on YouTube. There's a bunch of people that I try to keep up. Oh, Nova Guy, check him out, please. And there's a bunch of people I keep up with, but unless I have the list right in front of me, I just kind of forget sometimes. But those are some really fine folks, and they're my friends, and I enjoy watching their videos when I have an opportunity to do so. But most of the time, to be honest, I stay quite busy. And my wife does too, so we don't watch TV very much, or YouTube a whole lot. Anyway, okay, I'll get back with you in a minute. Let's see what this looks like. Okay guys, I just got done painting this. I probably should show you what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm trying to make it look like it's had stuff brushed up against it. Oh, I really like this one right there. It's really... I guess my cardboard's getting softer. Maybe I didn't flip it over. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Y'all probably think I'm crazy, but maybe I am. I've been told that. It seems like most of my life, but I'm just trying to make it look like this is the way it is from 1978 until today. If I can get rid of that bug it's trying to land on me. Of course, I still got to sand it. This is gloss paint, and I've got to sand it down where it's not glossy. So anyway, I'm just playing around. I like doing this kind of stuff. That looks real good. Oh, all these people that pay all this money for the big paint jobs that they have on their cars and trucks, I admire those people. But I just have more fun messing one up. Ta-da! I'm glad I resprayed that brown underneath, but I'll show you what I've got done. Well, I got paint all over me, but it's worth it. Okay, as I got the sanding, I got a little bit too aggressive. So I'm going to have to get me some brown and maybe go over a little bit of this. But that's okay. I'm not so much worried about this up under the camper. Like I said, I've got to do it when I take the camper top off. So I'm going to do that here soon. These little fish eyes here, I don't know if you can see them or not. I'm going to get some different colored paint. Like, I'll just use an example. I don't know what I have, like red, orange, whatever. And I'm going to act like maybe a little bit of paint has dripped here and there on the truck throughout its life, you know. Remember this truck, let me show you the truck in case you're a new person to my channel. It's a 78 Chevy Silverado truck. I had a power steering leak, if you didn't know. I had my friend Corey came over and I think it's finally fixed. The power steering pump originally on the truck had a little crack, split in it, whatever. So it was leaking power steering fluid pretty good. And so we put another power steering pump on it, and it had a leak too. So this is my second brand new, well, remanufactured power steering pump, and this is from yesterday or whenever you're seeing this video. Anyway, I think it's fixed, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I don't know. But anyway, it's a 78 Chevy long bed truck. This is my first long bed I've ever had in my life. And first truck I've ever had that's got, I'm calling it a camper top on it. So that's where we're at. So I'm gonna try to color match this best I can. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to paint the doors and everything too. But I think time I get done gobbing up this wide a little bit, it might look okay. Of course, I'm trying to imagine in my mind what part of the truck would take the most abuse. This up here, this down here, you know, where gravel, everything kind of chips it up a little bit. Of course, the tailgate, like I've said in lots of my videos on my other trucks I've messed with before, they get the most abuse. Case in point, I don't know what's fell on that, but something has. But, you know, right around where the tailgate is at. This is going to be a long time coming painting this truck, because this is the biggest truck I guess I've ever, well, it is. It's the biggest truck I've ever painted. So it's going to be a long drawn out process. I hope that you'll subscribe and hang in there with me, and we'll see what it looks like. Y'all, you might get a big laugh out of it time I get done. I don't know, but you know, like I said, I just enjoy doing this. I'd be doing this whether I had a YouTube channel or not. So it's just, to me, it's fun. So hang in there and we'll see what it looks like. I sure do hope I'm not getting on y'all's nerves, but I'm just showing you what I'm doing. This is it's the driver's side, obviously, but I've kind of scuffed it up a little bit just to show you what I've done. I'm real proud of this. I'm not done with it yet, but I'm real proud of it, because, you know, I think maybe from a distance, you know, maybe somebody won't notice that it's been rattle canned. I'll show you this side what I done. I found a little, well, I guess I could show you what I'm doing. Found one of these little paint markers. Kind of made a few spots on the bed. What I'm trying to do, if it makes any sense, is give a distraction of maybe this is the original color of the truck. Now I've got to sand all this again, because those big spots, you know, I got my trusty friend Mr. Dixie Cup and Mr. Q-Tip, and I went over all these spots that I thought would be significant to show a little bit of rust here and there. Y'all might think this is stupid. I don't know. Sometimes I look at it and I think maybe I am, but I'm having fun, and I hope you're having fun watching. So I'm trying to show you step by step, and I'll probably watch this video and think, oh my goodness, what did I do? But I kind of like this look. So I'll sand this down some more with my sanding blocks that I have. If you're wondering what I'm using, I'll always use these sanding blocks that you can get at Lowe's or Walmart or whatever's in your area, and steel wool. And I use these pieces of Scotch-Brite. I always save my old ones too that are wore out, because sometimes it's just enough to make it, you know, work. This is really aggressive. So anyway, I'll show you what it looks like here in a few minutes. Hang on. Okay guys, I've been sanding on this driver's side a little bit. I'm kind of liking the way it looks, but the story on this truck, in case you have forgotten or you just stumbled across this video, I've had this truck 2 or 3 weeks, and when my wife and I was cleaning it out, all these old trucks and old cars, they all have a story to tell. If you just kind of look and see what they're trying to tell you, or that's what I have in my mind. They're trying to tell me a story about their life. So this old truck here, there was a whole bunch of nails and, you know, and carpenter stuff for, you know, like a carpenter would use, you know, nails, screws, you know, pieces of wood, this, that, and the other. So I'm thinking maybe a person that was a carpenter by trade. So I'm trying to make it look like maybe he had hauled some paint in here. You know, we had a big old can full of nails and screws and stuff that we cleaned out of the truck. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe he was a carpenter. I could be wrong, but this is the story the truck seems like it's trying to tell me. So I'm trying to make it look like there's a little bit of wear and tear on it, but there's still some life in it. And you know, maybe there was some paint that dripped here and there, you know, on the truck. Just little spots, nothing in order, nothing. Just random. That's my take on it. And I'm just trying to make it look like, you know, that maybe, you know, getting in and out of the truck. If I showed you what I was doing, it'd probably help. But show you what I done on this side, passenger side. I sanded this off. I probably got it once again too aggressive, but I might do something with this. I'm not sure. That might be a little too much. I don't know. Let me know what you think. See this white that I put on here with this same marker? It kind of smeared it, and I like that. I mean, it looks like it was, you know, been on there a long time. Anyway, you know, maybe some paint had dripped, and as he was going down the road, maybe there, you know, I don't know. But in my mind, it makes sense. Probably, as I'm talking about it out loud, probably doesn't. But I got rid of some of the brown. But what I'm trying to do, like I said, is to give you the illusion maybe that maybe this is the original paint. It's just weathered and abused and all that. Of course, I can easily just get blue paint and go right back over it and start all over. But I don't know. I kind of like this. I might have done too much right here, though. I'm thinking that could be the case. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Tell me is that too much?
Yeah.
That's too much in the corner?
Yeah.
Paint it blue again, start again? Well, that was short and sweet, wasn't it? So, check this out, what I done here. I got this white marker, and remember this truck had so many nails and screws. Looked like a carpenter owned the truck, and I made it look like maybe paint had dripped on it, you know. What do you think?
Looking good.
What do you think about the other side? Let's look at it real quick. I thought I might have. Sometimes when I get started sanding, especially when the radio's on, I get to thinking that I haven't went over that little white. I just stuck on there. But is that too much or not enough or what? Okay. It might look pretty good with penetrol or boiled linseed oil on it, won't it? I think. Okay, well the boss has spoken, so I guess I'll get back to hunt my blue paint and see what we can get done. Hang on. Well, I think I might get my blue paint and go over some of this again. I've sanded it, and I just tell you, sometimes I have a tendency, my wife would tell you, and we had a little discussion, sometimes I go a little bit overboard, especially if I have that little radio going and they're playing something good. I'll just I'll just keep right on sanding until I sand all the way down to China. So she said this is a little bit too much, and when I done that, I thought that's too much. I don't want it to look like it's made, you know, a made patina job, if that makes any sense. So I might go over some of this again with blue and just kind of let it dry, start all over. Might go over this a little bit, you know, just a few little spots, nothing major. I'll get you up close so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Like I said, this stuff up here, I'm not worried about it because I'm be taking the camper cover off, so that doesn't bother me. But down in here, I just don't want it to look like it's a made-up patina paint job. But I really, honestly, I don't really like the way this turned out. That's just kind of like too much going on in one small area. So I'm going to get my blue spray paint, try it again, and I was having discussion with, not a discussion, making comments back and forth. I still have a flip phone. So I like a flip phone. I don't get anything except spam calls anyway, so a flip phone's just fine for me. So I'm going to get at it, and we'll see what it looks like here in a few minutes. Like I said, I don't mean to bore you to death, but you know, this is how I kind of do it, and it's just sometimes you got to do it all over again in order to make it look right. I might have a little bit too much brown on here too, so we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Well, like I said, I don't mean to bore you, but what do you think? Think this is too much? I'm not so much worried, remember, about the top. I know I've said that a bunch, but I can redo that when I take the camper cover top off here. What do you think? It's not too bad, I don't think. Let's look at the other side. I redone it quite a bit. Well, it's got cloudy on me. I don't know if you can see very well. They're calling for rain, so I'm trying to hurry this up, and I can always redo it again. That's the beauty of it if you got a spray can. Okay, my next step I think I'm going to do, I'm going to get my wife to come out here and look at this here in a little bit. She's busy at the moment. I'm going to tape this up and spray this blue section, and then of course I got to do the white too. So I'd like to get it done before it actually starts raining, but you know how plans are sometimes. So let's see if we can get it done. Hang in there. Okay guys, I don't mean to be long-winded. Golly, I talk a lot. I know I do, and I apologize. But I was just wanting to show you I've got this taped up. Been using my cardboard to keep paint away from most of the things. I don't really care so much about the yellow because I'm going to be painting it white just shortly. But I thought I'd show you what it looks like at the moment. I think it's gonna turn out pretty good once I get the painting done and stuff like that. I think it's going to turn out, you know, pretty good. I'm hoping. Anyway, like I said, I don't mean to drag this video out, but this is my one chance to show somebody, you know, one of these days I might wind up selling this truck, and I want somebody that will know exactly what has been done to the truck. It's really, to be a 78 model, I think I've said this before in my other videos, this is probably the most solid 78 square body I've ever had, and for some reason I wind up with more 78s than any other year. I don't know why that is, but I'm just drawn to them, or they just seem to come to me. So, but I'm not trying to hide anything, nothing like that. I'm always truthful in anything. If somebody's really interested in something and they thinking about buying it, you know, I'll tell them everything that I know, and I'll get them to go. I always ask, please go back and look at the videos I've made of whatever truck it is you're interested in, to make sure it's something that you're interested in, because I'm not trying to cover up nothing. You know, if I wind up keeping it, it's fine with me, you know. But anyway, I see how I am about being long-winded. Anyway, I'll get done here in a few minutes and I'll show you what it looks like. Hang in there with me. Okay, I got it done. I might have to go over a few spots again, but for the most part, I got this part done, I think. I just put it on, so I'm letting it dry, and I got to scuff it up. I went ahead and got my friend Mr. Dixie Cup and Mr. Q-Tip, and it had some real scratches in it, and so I took advantage of that and put some brown, rust colored paint in there. So maybe when I sand it, you'll see a remnants of that. I had a lot of problems, I'll tell you, out of this white. The blue lays down great. And it's this right here is Ace. Now I always like Krylon. That's my favorite. Between Rust-Oleum and Krylon, I normally choose Krylon. It just sprays real easy, but I don't know why, but I'm having a lot of runs and stuff, which is, I mean, everybody gets a few runs, and I got to scuff all that out. That's the reason I say I might have to do it again. But I tried 2 different styles of white, flat white and satin bright white, and they both done the same thing. So I mean, and you remember the other day I done a comparison of the two. Well, I guess I could show you. The sun's coming out, so I'm trying to hurry. There's really not that much difference. This one might be a little bit brighter, but not a whole lot. But anyway, I can't tell much difference. And this afternoon is getting gone really quick, so I shoved me a newspaper in took my gas lid off, shoved a newspaper in there and sprayed around in there best I can. Wasn't so much concerned about getting paint over there, like I said, because I'm going to be painting it anyway. I mean, I was trying to keep from it, but it's kind of hard to do. Anyway, when you start doing this kind of stuff, there's a lot of cleanup and all that stuff, but that's just part of it. If I can get the bed done, at least on the outside, I'll feel like I have got something done. I still got the tailgate to do, of course, so I'm hoping that won't be as hard to do. I might try, if it's not raining. It's supposed to rain, but if it's not raining, maybe tonight or tomorrow, I might try to hit the tailgate unless my wife has something else for me to do. I got to take this, oh yeah, just now seen that too. Now, I got to take this power steering pump back for a refund because that's the one Corey took off. So I got to get my money back for that. And, I got to take some paint back to the co-op, and I'm going to get several cans of white paint so I can do this. It really won't take that much, and if I can get there's a lot to do. So anyway, it seems like maybe you're the same way as I am, but whenever you leave the house and you think you're just going to be gone just a few minutes, by golly, it turns out to be a few hours, and the next thing you know, it's almost too late to drag out a whole bunch of stuff to do something else. I'm not real crazy, I don't think. You can kind of see this in the sun now, and I still got masking tape on, so, but I don't know if I'm real crazy about this, but as I said, I still got to do the top. So I don't know. There's no right way or wrong way to do this. So, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, maybe it's because I'm getting tired and I'm thinking, I don't know. That's probably it. I've been doing this for several hours now. But it's all fun. I mean, I enjoy doing it. And now, other than the tailgate, I mean, the whole truck kind of matches. And I want to apologize again for talking so much. Golly, but I just feel like y'all's my friend. So please forgive me. I'm just talking to y'all. Y'all's my friend. So I'm going to scuff this up. Maybe it's dry enough, and I'll show you what it looks like. And I guess I'll kind of call it a day. Hang on. I bet y'all's going to be saying, hallelujah, yeehaw. I'm fixing to end this video. But I've got done all I'm going to do today on this truck, Papaw truck. I've kind of scuffed it up there a little bit, and my wife said she was pretty happy with it. She said she liked it shiny, but when I put a Penetrol or boiled linseed oil on it, it'll look pretty good, I think. I just want it to look like, it's original paint, and those are real scratches. That's what I was telling her. They're real scratches. I was trying to take advantage of that. So anyway, it is what it is. I can always touch up or redo over anyway. So Okay, I've got the passenger side done. Oh, by the way, in case you're a new person, I don't have the trim that goes down through here, so that's why the trim will cover most of this up down through here. So I just need the trim for a long bed. I've got it for a short bed, believe it or not. Not in that good a condition, but I do have it for a short bed, and I've already put this on for a long bed, so it's not in the best shape, but it goes along with the truck. So I mean, all I have done to this truck so far is helped it. Give you see what it looks like behind. You know, before I do the tailgate, I might try to do that tomorrow. Like I said, I don't think it'll take. I better not say. I'm hoping it won't take too long, but you know how that is. So here's the driver's side once again, and the sun was out, but it's hiding again. Need to get me some steel wool. It's amazing how quick paint can get up under newspaper and all that other stuff. So see a few places that need some attention. A lot of that's just dust from where I sanded onto the white paint, but I think, let's see, if I can get the tailgate done tomorrow, let's see, if I can do the tailgate, well, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, tomorrow I've got to run a few errands tomorrow. I'm going to move this truck, Papaw truck, and clean up these power steering leaks, and then I'm going to check it and make sure that it's not leaking anymore. And sometime I'm going to have to address getting a scrub brush and stuff and scrubbing up and under the wheel wells. You can see there's a lot of dirt and mud and probably a few dirt dauber nests as well. I think this truck's set for a while. But anyway, and I was wanting to tell you too real quick that you don't do anything I do. I mean, I'm not endorsing. What is the word? Anyway, if you do what I do it at your own risk. I'm not saying this is perfect. My objective is not to be perfect. It's to just make it look better. Make it look like it's got a little bit of life left in it. So keep that in mind if you decide you want to do this kind of stuff. I never have had any schooling as far as body work or paint. You know, all I've ever done is rattle can. The place I used to work at that used to build petroleum tankers, I worked there for many years, 15 years I think. Anyway, I started out low man on a totem pole, of course, you know, a new hire, and you know, learned all of that, you know, wiring and this, that, and the other, and you know, putting on fenders and just nut and bolt work basically. Then a job opening came up where I had an opportunity to learn how to aluminum weld, and I bid on the job and won it. And I learned how to weld aluminum, you know, TIG, MIG, everything. So my objective at the time when I worked at that facility was to learn everything in the plant. And so an opportunity came up for me to learn how to paint, you know, be a painter, paint all the petroleum tanks, whatever, you know, the running gear and all that stuff. Well, because my clock number was good, I won that job, but they took me up front and told me that they wasn't going to let me have it, that they were going to freeze everybody, and I was going to be their first contestant as far as being froze, where I got to stay on my job welding. I couldn't go any higher, couldn't go any lower. I was wanting to go from high to low and learn how to paint. A painter wasn't paid as well as a aluminum welder. So I didn't get that job. So I never did learn how to use a spray, nothing. You know, just rattle cans, all I know. And like I said, I don't know how to do body work. If you look back a couple of years ago when I had my 1978 Chevy truck, Old Dookie, I was trying to teach myself how to do Bondo. I was going to fix... Oh boy, you got to see that video. I was trying to put Bondo on Old Dookie on the fender, and I'll show you approximately where it was at on Old Dookie. It was a 78 step side bed, and I sold it. Anyway, had a big old dent right in here, and I was trying to teach myself how to put Bondo on, and it turned out to be, oh my goodness, it looked horrible. So I didn't pick up on that real quick. But anyway, I guess I'm trying to say I don't mind playing with these old vehicles like this because I can't hurt them. And I've always been interested in old cars and old trucks. Even when I was very, very small, I've always played with old cars and old trucks, like my 62 Impala that I have. I know you've seen that. If you haven't, go back a few videos. Anyway, my 62 Impala, I was playing in the sand on Sand Mountain, Alabama, with my little cars and trucks. That's all I've ever wanted to play with is cars and trucks. But I never did take auto body or nothing. I had thought about it a few times, but my dad, uh, my dad, my parents has all passed away. My grandparents, everybody. There's not many of us left. So my dad wanted me to take. My dad was kind of in business management. He wanted me to do that, and I expressed an interest in auto body and all that stuff. But he said I would do better in life, and learning business. So I never did. I done what he asked, and I had a couple of years of college, but I don't know, it just wasn't for me. So, my dad was doing the best he could by me, and he done a great job, I think. So anyway, I'm not down in my dad. Don't think that for a moment. But he was trying to give me the best life he thought was possible. But sometimes, making money is good, but not, sometimes making money doing something you enjoy, is more, gives you more satisfaction. Am I saying all this right? There I go long-winded again, and I apologize. But anyway, I could have still took auto body when I was younger, but I wound up, okay, I'm going to tell you this. I've wound up getting married to this young girl, or young lady, and that marriage didn't last too long, about 3 years. And anyway, I've been married 3 times. I won't get into all that story. That's another story altogether. But anyway, so the point I'm trying to make, and I'll shut up, is this is just stuff that I enjoy doing. So I hope you enjoy watching it. I'm sorry once again. I got started off running off at the mouth about stuff that nobody cares a thing about. So please forgive me. Stay tuned. Please subscribe to my channel. Primer is best. If you would, I sure would be grateful. Let me know what you think about old Papaw here. It's not the same color, but I'm going to try to remedy that. And hope y'all's having a great day. God bless each and every one of y'all. Appreciate you watching the videos. It means a lot to me, especially when I get good constructive comments. Everybody's taste is not the same. Some people like long beds, some people like short beds, some people wouldn't have a long bed. I'll just take anything, it's fine, as long as I can kind of play with it and do the best I can with it, and then move on to something else, which is generally what I do. I think this year so far, this is 2021. I think I've sold 3 trucks already, and it's June. So I don't intend on selling them. It just seems like it just kind of happens that way. But anyway, once again, y'all have a great day. God bless y'all. Thanks for watching. I have a second YouTube channel called Man on a Budget. That is me, because I'm married and on a budget. So I'm trying to make do with stuff I have here around the house without having to go to the store and spend more money, because money's kind of tight. Okay, y'all have a great day. God bless y'all. Thanks for watching. Tell your friends. I sure would appreciate it. Oh, also, I'm on Instagram, Primer is Best, Man on a Budget 1 on Instagram, and I'm on Facebook, Primer is Best. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. God bless y'all. God bless you and your family and friends. The Lord's in charge. I'll see y'all later.